A woman touts the benefits of using her period blood as a face mask. Target pulls Pokemon cards from the stores after threats to coworkers and customers. And one company allows you to masturbate for 30 minutes a day during working hours. These are the weird news stories for Monday on Weird AF News. This is a podcast that does weird news 5 days a week. I believe it's the only one. It certainly is the only one hosted by a comedian. My name is Jonesy. I have 3 weird news stories from around the world for you today. Let's do it. Let's push away those Monday blues. A woman claims that her period blood face mask gives her skin a silky smooth look and feel. Period blood on your face. While some individuals are uncomfortable with the thought of period blood, one woman has accepted it, not only emotionally, but also physically. Brittany LaBouffe is a Las Vegas native who uses her monthly flow to make what she calls moon blood masks. This is a real story. Someone's putting period blood on their face, and they're smiling with the period blood on their face in this photo. This is like, they're very proud of this. According to the 31-year-old, the period blood face mask concoction leaves her skin feeling silky soft. She believes that people should let go of their fears and disgust about period blood and recognize it's a natural and everyday physical occurrence. Yeah, sure, so is poop, but I don't rub it all over my face. What has society taught us about how we should feel about the monthly cycle, she says? That it's inconvenient, unpleasant, nasty, stinky, irritating, unpleasant, and time-consuming. So much so that there are now birth control methods that can be implanted into someone that entirely stops that flow while the implant is in place. This is a practice for me to reclaim my power, this moon blood face mask, to embody my creative potential and honor the divine feminine energy inside me. Yeah, I want to honor the masculine energy inside me. I'm not rubbing sperm all over my chest. Not for free, anyways. This woman says, this has awakened me to the interconnectedness of all life. You're rubbing your blood on your face, and that makes you interconnected with all life? It's a bit of a stretch here, lady. You could probably just take off your shoes and walk barefoot on a patch of grass every day, and you would feel pretty connected to all of life. Maybe go on a hike. Maybe. You have to rub your blood on your mouth. Okay. She says here, I don't know why I keep reading her quotes. She's clearly out of her mind. We are intelligent, creative beings who can alter, grow, give birth, live, and die. The monthly cycle is a lovely, continuing depiction of this process. I agree with you in this sentiment. It's a lovely process, yes. And I do believe that the women's period has been demonized over the years by certainly extremely male-dominant cultures, such as how our own has been. I've heard stories that in history, when a woman was on her period, they would just like lock her in a closet for a few days, or like put the woman in a separate building because they thought that, you know, they were like the spawn of demons because they bled every month. I mean, it's ridiculous what they used to do. I get that. You know, but it's a bit of a leap to rub it all over your face. It's a bit. Just a bit. In one of these photos, she's brushing it on. I guess she has a face brush. Her period blood face brush. She's probably like using this to sell brushes. Here's a little more history with Brittany and her blood. She first tried the moon blood mask when she became interested in skincare a year ago. Because if you Google skincare, one of the first things that comes up is, rub your blood all over your eyelids. Brittany collects the blood with a menstrual cup, but she positions it just outside the cervix to reduce the danger of dangerous microorganisms contaminating the blood. The blood is then smeared into her face with her fingers or a paintbrush. She'll leave it on for up to 15 minutes before washing it off. She claims that it not only makes her skin feel silky smooth, but it also gives her a deepened energetic connection with her menstrual cycle. Here's a quote from her, finally. She admits, I am not a dermatologist. Oh, no shit. Thanks for telling us, Brittany. I thought for sure you went to school for 10 years studying skin and came up with this. She says, I'm not a dermatologist, but it appears that this may not be a good technique for individuals with active acne outbreaks or open sores. Oh, in other words, it doesn't work to clear your skin. She says, use your instincts to determine whether or not this practice is right for you. Ladies, I ask you, what do your instincts say? My money's on nope. That's what my money's on. My money is on that your instincts are telling you that this is ridiculous behavior. And if someone walked in on you rubbing your period blood all over your cheeks, they would immediately break up with you. Don't judge, Jonesy. I'm judging. Brittany says, I am also keeping some of my moon blood for future art projects. Oh boy, I'll buy a ticket to that one. Oh, lining up for the period blood art gallery opening. Brittany says she's been inundated with both positive and negative criticism since going public with her beauty regime. You're going to get positive reviews on almost anything that you do nowadays because people don't want to call bullshit. People are afraid to hurt others' feelings. It's like not okay. Well, I call bullshit on this. You can disagree. Call the show 646-450-2012. Target pulls Pokemon cards from their stores because of threats to workers and customers. Target is removing the in-store sales option of popular trading cards like Pokemon because of employee safety. A parking lot brawl in one of its stores occurred last week. Parking lot brawl over Pokemon cards? How did I miss this story? The retailer told the media it would no longer sell Pokemon cards or sports trading cards, including NBA, Major League Baseball, or football cards, in any of its physical locations starting on Friday. Here's a quote from a spokesperson. The safety of our guests and our team is our top priority. Out of an abundance of caution, we've decided to temporarily suspend the sale of MLB, NFL, NBA, and Pokemon trading cards within our stores. Guests can continue to shop. They can buy these cards online at Target.com, but not in the physical stores. Because people are wrestling in the parking lot over cards. What is wrong with people, man? Wow. Bunch of infants. Trading cards have surged in popularity during the pandemic. I know about this. I have friends who have gotten back into collecting and trading baseball cards, which I used to do as a child. I was really into it for a while, too. I spent a lot of my paper route money. Do you guys remember there was these things called paper routes where you would deliver newspapers, and then at the end of the week, you'd have like $25. So that's what I did, and I spent a good portion of that on baseball cards. Any kind of money I would get a hold of as a young child, it would go to candy and baseball cards. And unfortunately, I don't have any of those cards. But really, they're not really worth anything anyways, because when I was collecting cards, it was a period known as the no-value baseball card era. And I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but I don't know, maybe you're learning something. Well, anyways, now there's a resurgence in trading cards since the pandemic. Pokemon cards, super, super popular. I have a friend who's really into it. He called his mother. All right, this guy lives in LA. Calls his mother, says, Mom, mail me all my Pokemon cards from Chicago. And now he's selling them on eBay. He's made thousands of dollars off of these Pokemon cards that he had when he was a child. Early Pokemon, like year 1999, 2000 kind of stuff. And apparently they're flying off the shelves that the printing presses can't keep up with the demand for Pokemon cards, clearly. And fights are breaking out in stores. This is crazy. Should have saw this coming. It says here, soaring card prices are driving some would-be collectors to extremes. In recent months, scalpers have targeted Pokemon cards destined for McDonald's Happy Meals and ravaged cereal boxes on supermarket shelves to extract the special edition cards located within. In Japan, one man allegedly climbed down a rope to break into a store and carry away $9,000 worth of Pokemon cards. Target last month limited card sales to 3 packs per person per day. Then they had to limit it to 1 pack per day. But the policy led to even more frenzied speculation, with some shoppers camping out and sleeping outside the stores before they open so that they can get their 1 pack of Pokemon cards. This is crazy. Last week, a shopper leaving a Target store in Wisconsin, this is what led to the whole change in policy. A shopper left the store and was attacked by 3 men in the parking lot, leading the victim to pull out his gun and neighboring stores to impose momentary lockdowns. No shots were fired, thankfully, although I wouldn't put it past my culture for people to be murdered over little toys and trinkets and tiny little cards that are shiny. We're ridiculous. So no shots were fired. The victim suffered only minor injuries. It's unclear which type of trading card was the cause of the scuffle. It was Pokemon, obviously. Well, it's ridiculous that we would fight each other and pull a gun over things. Just ridiculous little things like this. Oh, it's just so... I'm just very embarrassed to be an American in times like this. Really. You know? This is just so gross. I'm so embarrassed to be an American. I mean, we just can't be adults over here. So, have you seen Black Friday? People throwing punches over Air Jordans. It's just embarrassing. If you happen to be a card collector, by the way, make sure you do not attempt to purchase these in stores out in the real world for your own safety. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. This company allows you to masturbate for 30 minutes a day during your working hours. In fact, they want you to. What would you do if you got an email from your boss encouraging you to touch yourself every day for 30 minutes while you were working? Who's this boss? Her name is Erica Lust. She's Swedish. She's the director of a female-friendly porn film company. Lust believes in the benefits of masturbation, wants to break the stigma around masturbation. She also wants to encourage other companies to give their employees a masturbation moment, especially during times of stress. I need to know more about this. Do you have a specific room for this in the workplace? Or do they just, do it in their cubicle? Do you tell them to go to their car? I mean, what about a temporary hotel room across the street? What's your process for this? Apparently May is International Masturbation Month, it says here. I didn't know that. Did you guys know May is International Masturbation Month? I know we got cicadas coming out right now. I didn't know it was also Masturbation Month. I need a calendar. So her company's called Lust Cinema in Sweden. It says here, they're not going to let this opportunity pass unnoticed this Masturbation Month. Erica is launching a campaign that gives her employees the permission to masturbate for 30 minutes every day until the end of the year. During work. Yes, it does say that. During work. Now, masturbating at work is not a new concept. According to a survey in 2016 from Time Out New York, about 40% of people masturbate at work, it says. Is this true? I mean, that seems like a lot. I don't masturbate at work. I never even thought to. Just assumed that it would. First of all, I'm in a work mode. Not to say that I wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, I've had some sexual adventures at other jobs while on the clock, but I wasn't alone. I'm not going to just go to my car. It says here, according to psychologists, this is actually very motivational. Self-gratification during work hours could sharpen your focus and increase your productivity. This is precisely something that the employees of Lust Cinema actually struggled with. Erica says, is a quote from her. The pandemic and the massive changes in our lives made my employees a bit restless, and they performed with less energy, I noticed. So I installed a private masturbation booth at work. Because if there's one thing that everyone feels good about, it's masturbating. I value my employees, and I know they do a good job when they feel good. Well, that answers our question, guys. It's a masturbation booth. I want to know who's in charge of cleaning that thing. I mean, that's... you can't pay me enough to clean the masturbation booth. No, that's not a minimum wage job right there. No. It says here, the stunt gets a special tail. Erica Lust will record sounds from the masturbation booth and make that recording public at the end of this month, at the end of International Masturbation Month. Is everyone okay with this that works there? Just masturbation booth soundtrack? Did they sign off on this? Oh, that's crazy. I don't know if I want to hear that. In the meantime, Erica and her employees are fully promoting their special campaign through social media. They have a meme going, 30 minutes a day keeps the doctor away. You're probably right. 30 minutes a day, that's just probably good for your body, I'd imagine. Definitely put you in a good mood. But doesn't it make you sleepy too? I mean, do you want your workers all to have that post-masturbation, post-orgasm sleepy glow? It doesn't. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the stats in front of me. Maybe someone has these, but I would question whether you're going to be extremely motivated after being in the masturbation booth for 30 minutes. But what do I know? What I do know is I kind of want to get a job here. This sounds wonderful. I mean, what other magic is going on over here? Can we play ping pong as well? It sounds like one of these places, like a Facebook where you could just, I don't know, you don't feel like working, you want to have a beer? Go right ahead. Go have a beer and play Uno with a coworker. Everybody's cool with it. Hey, everybody, it's your host, and thank you for coming all the way to the end of the show. Oh, boy, I have that masturbation story stuck in my head, clearly. Thanks for being present throughout the entire duration of this show. I appreciate that. This is called the outro. This is where I give a thank you. Thanks to everyone who sent me Florida Man articles or Florida articles in general for the Florida Friday episode that just passed. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you had a nice weekend as well. Starting to do some summery activities, which is cool. I got the chance to play some softball over the weekend, which was nice. I love being outside. The weather's been pretty good too, so I wanted to give thanks to someone else here. This is I'm sorry I'm late with this. Someone sent me an e-card, but it went to my spam, and I just discovered it. It was sent almost 2 weeks ago. It's someone named Julie. Julie Goodsir sent me an e-card that's made by this company called Moonpig. It's pretty cool. So you click on, you can look at the card that she designed it clearly. She inserted my photo. It's a photo of me recording on my phone. It's like what she really designed was the front of the card is like a movie poster of me. It's called Jonesy is a Living Legend, and there's a bunch of funny quotes that she wrote in there. It says, in cinemas now. And then you open it, it says, hey, Jonesy, happy birthday, buddy. Sending special birthday, love and best wishes, Julie. Yeah, it's like an e-card. It's pretty cool. Like why do I sound like someone who's 100 years old? I don't know. It's like one of these e-cards, man. You click on it, and it's got it like digitally turns a page. Oh my goodness, I'm blown away. I'm blown away by the thought, really. So thank you, Julie. I really appreciate this. This is really cool. And I meant to thank you on Friday, but I forgot to get to it, and I'm so sorry for the late thank you. Just this thing was in my spam, and I didn't know it was in there. I got a lot of birthday wishes, and it was a good time. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. I'm coming up upon another milestone, and that's going to be the 1,000th episode of Weird AF News, which will be coming up in about, 3 weeks or so. A little less than 3 weeks. I think I'm probably about 20 episodes away, something like that. So that'll be a celebration. I don't know what we'll do. We'll do something, though. We'll figure it out. I'll throw a party. You guys want to come over? I'll give you my address. You can come on over. You can come on over. You know what you can do? You can come on over and bring whiskey and no mask. What about that, huh? How about that? I've been vaccinated. Bring me that whiskey. As always, you guys can support the show by going to Patreon. The Patreon, yes. Support the show. Patreon.com/WeirdAFNews. That's how you do it. Give Jonesy a couple bucks a month. Why not? I mean, I'm sweating in a closet for you 5 days a week. Come on, don't I deserve it? It's like buying me an iced coffee. Wouldn't you buy me an iced coffee for bringing you like 25 shows a month or some shit? 1,000 episodes. You're not going to pay me. Get out of here. Patreon.com/WeirdAFNews is where you can go. Or go to WeirdAFNews.com as well. That's a website that I pay for using the Patreon. And you can find a link to the Patreon there. If you guys got some stories, as always, you can email them to me, funnyjones@gmail.com. And follow me on the Instagram, @funnyjones. I'll reach out to you.